So my dear children, you are all warmly welcome to our Vidya Lakshmi YouTube channel. I am Mrs. Lata from Botany Department. Today we are going to see the topic megasporogenesis and female gametophyte. Okay, so what is the megasporogenesis? So megasporogenesis means that's a process of development of a megaspore from a megaspore mother cell is called megasporogenesis. Okay, actually the megaspore is formed from the megaspore mother cell, so which is undergoing the meiotic divisions. Actually the megaspore mother cell is undergoing the meiotic division to form a megaspores. Okay, so actually 4 haploid megaspores are formed from the megaspore mother cells. Here is only one of the megaspore is functional, remaining that is a degenerated. Okay, we will see one by one. So what is the definition of megasporogenesis is very important question. It's a 2-mark question. The process of development of megaspore from a megaspore mother cell is called megasporogenesis. So next we are going to see the development of ovule and embryo sac. Okay, so here we are going to see that is a nucellus. Okay, so where is the nucellus? The central mass of the ovule. Okay, the central body of the ovule is made up of parenchymatous cells. Okay, so that is known as a nucellus. So in the nucellus we can see a single hypodermal cells. Okay, so what is a single hypodermal cells? It has a single hypodermal cells. Hypodermal cells, the single hypodermal cells which is act as a archisporium. Okay, the hypodermal cells are present in apex of the nucellus, so that is act as a archisporial cells. Okay, so the archisporial cells are undergoing the periclinal division, that is a transverse division. As a result of transverse division, which gives rise to the 2 type of the cells. So one is the outer side, another one is a inner side. Okay, so that is the archisporial cells which gives rise to the 2 type of the cells. So one is the primary parietal cell, one is a primary parietal cells, and another one is a primary sporogenous cells. Okay, the primary parietal cells in the looking towards outer. Okay, so that is a primary sporogenous cells that is towards the inner regions of the ovule, inner sides. Okay, so the archisporial cells are undergoing the, so that's a periclinal division. This is otherwise called transverse divisions. Okay, this is undergoing the transverse division which gives rise to the primary parietal cells and primary sporogenous cells. Okay, the primary parietal cells, it may be divided, it may be undivided. If it is undergoing the division, that is undergoing the anticlinal and periclinal division. It is undergoing the anticlinal and periclinal division. Okay, it is undergoing the anticlinal and periclinal division to embed the primary sporogenous cells. Okay, so what is the meaning of the embed, which is fix the region very firmly. Actually primary sporogenous cells are fixed very firmly in the nucellus. Okay, so that work is responsible of the, that is a primary parietal cells. Okay, embed oda meaning enna appadina, they have to fix firmly. Okay, with the help of the primary parietal cells, the sporogenous cells are fixed firmly in the nucellus. Okay, so actually the archisporial cells directly act as your megaspore mother cells. Okay, in some of the species. But in other species, that is archisporial cells are undergoing the division, that is a transverse division to form a 2 type of the cells. One primary parietal cells, another one is a primary sporogenous cells. Okay, so sporogenous cells, it is act as here, so megaspore. Okay, from the primary sporogenous cells, the megaspore mother cells are arise. Idhula irundhu da megaspore mother cells vandu form agudu. Okay, then the megaspore mother cell is undergoing the meiotic division to form a 4 haploid megaspores. Okay, in the 4 haploid megaspores in the polygonum type, only the 1 megaspore is a functional megaspore, remaining 3 that is a degenerated. Okay, so we can see here this is a functional megaspores. The functional megaspores are undergoing the mitotic division to form a 2 haploid nuclei, okay, again which is undergoing the another mitotic division to form a 4 haploid nuclei. So actually 3 times the mitotic division is occur in the functional megaspores, okay. So first time which gives rise to the 2 daughter nuclei, and next it gives rise to the 4 nucleate stage, and finally which gives rise to the 8 nucleate stages, okay. Actually each pole we can see the 4 nucleus. In each pole it consists of a 4 nucleus. Okay. The 3 nucleus together to forming the antipodals and the synergies. It's an egg apparatus. Okay. So one pole we can see the antipodals, that is in the chalosal end. In another pole we can see the, that is your egg apparatus. ஒரு இதுல வந்து egg apparatus, ஒரு சைடுல வந்து antipodals வந்து form ஆயிரும். So remaining, there's a 1 nuclei from each pole. It's a migrate to the center of the cell. Okay, migrate to the cytoplasm. The both nuclei is fused together to forming a polar nucleus. Okay, so this is the development of, that is a embryo sac. Okay, so this is the development. The first one, the hypodermal cells. So the ovule is developed in a single hypodermal cells. The single hypodermal cells act as your archisporial cells. The archisporial cells, so it is enlarged and act as your archisporial cells. The archisporial cells is undergoing the transverse divisions. Okay, already sonna mari archisporial cells vandu enna agudhu appadina, which is directly function as your megaspore mother cells. Otherwise that is undergoing the transverse division. So what is the transverse division? That is your periclinal division. This is called a periclinal divisions. It's a periclinal divisions. Okay, to form a primary parietal cells and the inner primary sporogenous cells. Okay, the primary sporogenous cells gives rise to the primary sporogenous cells gives rise to the megaspore mother cell. Okay, the parietal cells may remain, that is, the parietal cells may remain undivided, otherwise it may be divided by the periclinal and anticlinal divisions. Already I explained in the previous video. So there's a periclinal division means the division is similar to the neighbor cells. Okay, anticlinal division means the division is, that is here perpendicular to the neighbor cells. That's the anticlinal division. To impart the primary sporogenous cells, impart means they have to fix firmly. Actually the primary sporogenous cells fix firmly in the new cellus. Okay, the primary sporogenous cells function as a megaspore mother cells. Okay, so the megaspore mother cell is act as a, that is gives rise to the, that is a 4 megaspore mother cell. Primary sporogenous cells function as a megaspore mother cell. From the megaspore mother cell 4 haploid megaspores are formed. Okay, so that is undergoing the meiotic division to form a 4 haploid megaspores. So based on the number of megaspore that develop into the embryo sac. Okay, actually 4 haploid megaspores are formed here, but all the megaspores are not involved in the formations of the embryo sac. Okay, so this is based on the number of megaspore and develop the into the embryo sac, that is classified into 3 types. The first one is a monosporic type, second one is a bisporic and tetrasporic. So monosporic means here only 1 megaspore so involved in the formations of the embryo sac, and bisporic means here 2 megaspores are involved in the formations of the embryo sac. And tetrasporic means here all the megaspores, the 4 haploid megaspores are so involved in the formations of the embryo sac, that is known as a tetrasporic in condition. So first we are going to see the monosporic development. So monosporic development means, so actually it has a 4 megaspore, 4 haploid megaspores are there. So one is the functional megaspore. The functional megaspores are present in the chalosal one. Okay, that's a chalosal end. Okay, 3 megaspores, remaining 3 megaspores are degenerated. Okay, so it has the few types. There's a polygonum type and Enothera type. We can see under the, that is your monosporic development. Okay, so one is the polygonum type. Here the embryo sac is a chalosal megaspore. Okay, actually where is the functional megaspore? The functional megaspores in the chalosal megaspores. Okay, actually how many nuclei are there? It has 8 nuclei is present. Okay, in the polygonum type it has the 8 nuclei but 7 celled stage. So because that is a center cell, it is fused to form a single cell. Okay, 2 nuclei, the center of the 2 nuclei is fused together to form a single cell. Okay, 2 nuclei ஒண்ணோட சேர்ந்து ஒரே செல்லா வந்து ஃபார்ம் ஆயிருச்சு. So actually it has a 7-celled stage and 8 nuclei is the characters of polygonum type. So embryo sac, that is the functional embryo sac. Here the cell end. We can see the functional megaspores in the cell end. And another one is a Enothera type. So Enothera type is here. Embryo sac is a micropylar megaspores. Okay, actually the functional megaspores in the micropylar end. Okay, so here we can see the 4 megaspores are there. Okay, 4 nuclei is there. Here we can see the 8 nuclei. In that Enothera type, we can see only the 4 nuclei. So the 8 nuclei is formed by mitotic divisions. Actually 3 times mitotic division is occur in the polygonum type, and here we can see only the 2 type mitotic division is occur. That is a Enothera type. Okay, and here the monosporic development, that's your diagrammatic representations. So here we can see that is your 4 haploid megaspores. So here 4 haploid megaspores, 3 haploid megaspores are degenerated, only one is act as a functional megaspores. The functional megaspore is undergoing the mitotic division to form a 8 nuclei. Okay, the 8 nuclei are arranged in the embryo sac. Okay, how it is arranged? This is known as a polygonum type. So the 3 nuclei together to forming a antipodal at the cell end, and 3 nuclei towards to form a, that is a egg apparatus towards the micropylar end. Okay, so remaining 2 nuclei fused together to forming a center of the cell. So that is known as a polar nuclei. So that is a secondary nuclei. So next one is a bisporic. Thus bisporic means here also the 4 megaspores are formed. 4 haploid megaspores are formed, but 2 megaspores are act as a functional megaspore that is involved in the embryo sac formations. Okay, so that is known as a bisporic in conditions. That's the allium type. Okay, so the allium type and the endomine type. Okay, allium type we can see the 2 functional megaspores at the cell end. So endomine type abingradhula, so the 2 that is a functional megaspore at the micropylar end. Okay ma, appo cell end la 2 megaspores irukku, micropylar end la 2 megaspores irukku. That is a functional megaspores. The functional megaspores are located in the cell end, and another one is a micropylar end. This is the extra informations related to that topic. Okay, please children, you have to go through this. Next we are going to see the tetrasporic in condition. Tetrasporic means it has a 4 haploid megaspores. All the megaspores are involved in the embryo sac formations. So that is known as a tetrasporic in conditions. In each ovule we can see the single embryo sac. Okay, so it has here 7 type of tetrasporic conditions. Okay, the 7 types are proposed by that is here P. Mageshwari in 1950. Tetrasporic la 7 type vandu irukku appdin solranga illaya. The first one is known as a Adoxa type. So Adoxa type அப்படிங்கிறது என்ன அப்படினா, so it has here 8 nuclei. Okay, so 8 nuclei are present. It's similar to the polygonum type. So it only one mitotic division is occur. Actually in the polygonum type we studied that is a 3 mitotic division is occur, but here only one mitotic division is occur. Okay, so that's an example for Adoxa type. So we can see that. So in the Adoxa type, that is here Adoxa, Sampochus, Almus and Dulipa. These are all the species or examples for the Adoxa type. We can see the Adoxa type in the following species. Next one is here Plumpago type. Okay, that's the Plumpago type. There's an absence of synergids in these characters of this type. So we can see that the synergids and antipodals. Actually synergids and antipodals are present in the polygonum type, but here that is the synergids and the antipodals are absent in the Plumpago type. Okay, so Penia type, here we can, the characteristics of the Penia type, 4 polar nuclei and no antipodals. Actually how many polar nuclei are present here? 4 polar nuclei are present and there is no antipodals. Okay, similar to that, that's a Plumpago type. And next we are going to see that Peperomia type. So Peperomia type அப்படினு பாக்கும்போது egg apparatus which have only one synergid. So egg apparatus la usually so ரெண்டு synergids இருக்கும். Okay, in either side of the egg we can see the 2 synergids, but here we can see only one synergids are present. Next one is a Drusa type. So large number of antipodals. Okay, actually it has a 3 antipodals in normally present, but it has a large number of antipodals are present in the Drusa type. So these are all very important for NEET point of view. Okay, it's not for the board point of view, but it's additional information to that. And fritillaria type, we can see the triploid antipodals. Okay, triploid antipodal nuclei are present, and tetraploid, that is here, polar nucleus are present. Triploid, that is here, result of triple fusions, we can get it the triploid. Okay, so there is the endosperm. So from the triploid, the endosperm is formed. Okay, and tetraploid polar nucleus also present in the fritillaria type. And another one is the Plum-Begala type. Okay, Plum-Begala type, single triploid antipodal. It has a single triploid antipodal, no synergids, and there is a single cell egg apparatus are present. Okay, the synergids are absent, but the egg apparatus is a single cell egg apparatus only present here. So these are all the type of, that is a tetrasporic. So that types are proposed by the scientist, that is a P. Maheshwari. So next we are going to see that the development of monosporic embryo sac. Okay, so the monosporic, that's a polygonum type. So the embryo sac develop already we studied. So actually it has here the megaspore mother cells are formed. Yeah. So how the megaspore mother cells are formed? Actually this is formed from the, so that is here sporogenous cells. Okay, the sporogenous cells are act as your megaspore mother cells. Okay, the functional megaspore is the first cell of the embryo sac. Actually, the megaspore mother cells, which is undergoing the reduction division, that's a meiotic division to form a 4 haploid megaspores. Okay, in the 4 haploid megaspores, so only one is the functional megaspore, remaining 3 are degenerated. Okay, so before you must know about it. So if you the direct functional megaspore is the first cell of the embryo sac, functional megaspore eppadi form aachu. Okay, so that is formed from the archisporial cells. Okay, so archisporium engirudu form aachuna from the hypodermal cells. Okay, so once again just you have to recall, the hypodermal cells are a single hypodermal cells are present in the, so that's a nucellus. Okay, the apex of the nucellus contains single hypodermal cells. Okay, so that is act as a archisporial cells. The archisporial cells are undergoing the divisions. What type of division is occur in the archisporial cell? It has a transverse divisions, that is a periclinal divisions. As a result of the periclinal divisions, which gives rise to the two type of the layer, two type of cells. Okay, so one is the outer cell, another one is the inner cell. So outer cell is the primary parietal cells and inner cell is the sporogenous cells, primary sporogenous cells. Okay, actually the megaspores are formed from the primary sporogenous cells. Okay, the primary sporogenous cells gives rise to the megaspore mother cells. The megaspore mother cells undergoing the meiotic division to form 4 haploid megaspores. Okay, and the 4 haploid megaspores only one is the functional megaspores and remaining 3 degenerated ஆயிடுச்சு. Okay, and the functional megaspores தான் நமக்கு என்ன ஆகுது, the first cell of the embryo sac, okay, or female gametophyte. So அப்ப functional megaspore ல இருந்து தான் நமக்கு embryo sac form ஆக போகுது. The megaspores are elongates and micropylar and chalacal axis. Actually, so the megaspores வந்து என்ன ஆகும் அப்படினா, it will elongate. The megaspore should be elongate to that எங்கெல்லாம் அது elongate ஆகுது, where it will be elongate. Actually, it is elongate towards the, so that is your micropylar end. This is a chalacal axis, this is your micropylar axis. One is the chalacal axis, another one is your micropylar axis. They have to elongate. Okay, so which is undergoing the mitotic divisions. Okay, so in the functional megaspores which is undergoing the mitotic divisions. Here we are going to see the 3 mitotic divisions. The first mitotic divisions is formed in the functional megaspores. Okay, so undergoes the mitotic division. The wall formation does not follow the nuclear divisions. இப்போ இங்க இருக்கக்கூடிய nucleus divide ஆகும்போது அங்க separate wall form ஆகுமா அப்படினா, so definitely it will not form. Okay, so all the nucleus are free to each other, so that is free in the cytoplasm. Okay, the cell wall will not form. Okay, so that is a formation does not follow the nuclear divisions. And large central vacuoles are present. Okay, actually it has here vacuoles are present in between the nuclei. Okay, so that vacuoles they can push the, that is a nuclei towards the opposite pole. Okay, inga irukkudiya vacuole vandu enna pannum, rendu nuclei opposite pole ku vandu they have to push it, rendayume push panni anupum. Okay ma, so that is your central vacuoles now appears between the 2 daughter nuclei. Okay, then both nuclei is undergoing the divisions. Ipo paatha rendu nuclei enna agum appadina, which is undergoing the mitotic divisions. The second mitotic division which gives rise to the 4 haploid nuclei, and third mitotic division which gives rise to the 8 haploid nuclei. Okay, the 8 haploid nuclei are arranged in the embryo sac. Okay, so எல்லா haploid nuclei எதுக்குள்ள arranged ஆயிருக்கு, embryo sac குள்ள arranged ஆயிருக்கு. ஓகேவா? So actually the second mitotic divisions, it has the 4 nuclei, and third mitotic division gives rise to the 8 nuclei, and each pole we can see the 4 nuclei. Okay, but in the one of the nuclei is migrate from each pole. ரெண்டுல இருந்தும் ஒரு nuclei வந்து migrate ஆகி which is migrate to the center of the polar. Okay, center of the cytoplasm. எங்க migrate ஆகும், center of the cytoplasm வந்து migrate ஆகி, and both nuclei is together, that is fused together to forming a single nuclei like that. Okay, fused together they have to form a single celled. Okay, ரெண்டுக்கு தனித்தனி செல் இல்லாம ரெண்டு ஒரே செல்ல வந்து இருக்கு. Okay, so this type of arrangement is known as a polygonum type. Okay, it has here 8 nuclei, but it has here 7 celled stage. Okay, இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா 3 celled இருக்கும், it has a 3 celled, and in the center it has a 1 celled. Okay, totally 7 celled stage. We can see 7 celled and 8 nuclei we can see in this type. So at this type, so stage all the 8 nuclei are present in the common cytoplasm. That is a free from one another. எல்லாமே எப்படி இருக்கும், தனித்தனியா இருக்கு. Okay, so after the formation they have to form a cell wall. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் அந்த cell wall வந்து form ஆகும். The mature embryo sac in the angiosperm is 7 celled and 8 nuclei. Okay, so of the 4 nuclei at the micropylar of the embryo sac, of the 4 nuclei that is here chelacal end. One is 4 nuclei at the micropylar end, another 4 nuclei in the chelacal end. Okay, so that is a egg apparatus is towards the micropylar end, and the antipodals are towards the chelacal end. அப்ப egg apparatus வந்து எதை நோக்கி இருக்கு அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, so that is towards the micropylar end. This is towards the micropylar end. Okay, so that is the antipodals are towards the chelacal end. That is towards the chelacal end. Okay, so what is the egg apparatus? Okay, so the egg apparatus is towards the micropylar end. The egg apparatus we can see the synergids and the egg. So how many synergid cells are here? Actually it has here 2 synergid cells are present. Okay, the 2 synergid cells are present in either side of the egg cell. Actually this is the egg cell, and either side of the egg cell we can see the 2 synergids. Okay, அப்ப number of synergids வந்து 2 in number. எவ்வளவு இருக்குன்னா 2 in number. So what is in the synergids? Synergids consists of here a polarized protoplasm. Polarized means that is towards one pole. That's a polarized protoplasm with the nuclei is present. Okay, the nuclei is towards the micropylar end. Actually this is towards the micropylar end, and it has the vacuole. So this is the vacuole. So the vacuole is towards the chelacal end. Vacuole வந்து எதை பார்த்திருக்குன்னா chelacal end. Vacuole is towards the chelacal end. Okay, so it has a polarized protoplasm with a nuclei and a vacuole. The vacuole is towards the chelacal end, and that nuclei is towards the micropylar end. Okay, next we can see the special features in these regions. Okay, that's a finger-like projections are present in the synergids. Okay, in the top of the synergids we can see the finger-like projection. The finger-like projections are known as here filiform apparatus. இதுக்கு என்ன பேரு? Filiform apparatus. Okay, so what is the functions of the filiform apparatus? The filiform apparatus, they have to absorbing and conductions of the nutrients from nucellus to the developing embryo sac. Okay, that is the main functions of filiform apparatus. Okay, so not only that, they have to secrete some chemotactic substance. So the chemotropic substance. Okay, chemotactic nu sollalam, chemotropic substance. Okay, that substance is attract the pollen tube. That substance is attract the pollen tube towards the embryo sac. Okay, அதுல இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த chemical வந்து pollen tube வந்து என்ன பண்ணும், attract பண்ணும். So during the fertilizations they have to attract towards the embryo sac. Okay, and next one, so the synergids are degenerate. Okay, so actually one of the synergids only degenerate. இதுல இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு synergids வந்து என்ன ஆகும் அப்படினா it is degenerate. So what is the purpose for that degenerate? எதுக்காக அது degenerate ஆகுது அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, so they have to degenerate and providing the, so they have to provide way for the way to entry of the pollen tube. ஓகேவா? ஸோ இதில் இருக்கக்கூடிய synergids வந்து degenerate ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா, so the pollen tube they can easily enter into the embryo sac. Actually they have to give providing the way for entry of the pollen tube. So that is the one of the synergy is degenerate to provide the way for entry of the pollen tube. And another one that is here development of the haustoria. Okay, what is a haustoria? The haustoria is a special type of the tissues, okay, that is present in the parasitic organism. The haustoria is absorbing the nutrients from any host, okay. So like that is a synergids or develop as a haustoria. Synergids say or haustoria va marid. They have to absorbing the nutrients, okay, absorbing the nutrients and providing the nutrition to the developing embryo sac, okay. So nutrition and nucellus la irundhu absorb panni, so they have to provide the nutrition to, that's a development of the embryo sac, okay. These are all the, so the characters and functions of the synergids, okay. So actually the nucellus is your parenchymatous cells, that is made up of parenchymatous cells, that is a green in color, so they can prepare the food materials, okay. So then only they have to supply the food material to the developing embryo sac. So what is the another end? Okay, so the another end we can see there is a egg apparatus, but either side of the synergids we can see the egg cell, okay. So either side we can see the egg cell. So egg cells, in center of the synergids we can see the egg cells, either side of the egg cell we can see that is a synergids, okay. Rendu synergids ku naduvula irukkudiya and anti, that is a egg அப்படினு சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, so that is your egg cell அப்படினு சொல்றோம். So how many egg cells are present அப்படினு பார்த்தா, it has a only one egg cell, okay, one between the synergids, okay. So it is also towards the polarized அப்படினா ஒரு பகுதியில, அதாவது that is towards the micropylar end, okay. So it has a vacuole and thick wall towards the micropylar end. இதுலயும் என்ன இருக்கு அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, it has the vacuoles are present, the vacuoles are towards the micropylar end, okay. So it has that is a vacuole and another one nucleus also present, okay, just opposite to the synergids. Here the vacuole is towards the micropylar end and the nucleus is towards the chalcel end. But what about in the synergids? So that is the nucleus is towards the micropylar end and the vacuole is towards the, that is your chalcel end, okay ma. So just opposite to that. So here that vacuole and nucleus also present. Vacuole வந்து micropylar end நோக்கி இருக்கு, nucleus வந்து chalcel end பார்த்து இருக்கு, okay ma. So what is the functions of the egg cells? During the fertilization, the first male gamete is fuses with egg cells, okay. So as a result we can get it the zygote, okay. So male gamete is fuses with egg apparatus to form a zygote. Zygote is the diploid, okay. So that is the egg is the haploid, this is the haploid. The male gamete is also the haploid which fused together to forming a zygote. The zygote is a, that is a diploid in condition, that is a diploid, okay. So from the zygote the embryo sac is formed. So next we are going to see the central cell. So what is the center of the embryo sac? The center of the embryo sac we can see the two polar nuclei is there. Actually the two polar nuclei is migrated from the both pole, okay. So from the chalcel end and from the, that is a micropylar end, okay. Actually it has it was four nuclei. So one of the nuclei from each pole migrate towards the center, they have to form a central cell, that's a polar nuclei. The polar nuclei is together to forming there's a secondary nuclei. So during the fertilization, during the double fertilization, the second male gamete is fuses with the secondary nuclei to form a triploid, okay. That's a endosperm is formed. So the endosperm is also supplying the nutrition to the developing embryo, okay. So that is the center of the embryo sac contain two polar nuclei. So this is connected to the antipodals and egg apparatus because the two nuclei is, that is your migrated from this pool. Rendu nucleus rendu end la irundhu vandadanaala, so definitely that is வந்து connected with the antipodals and egg apparatus. How can that is connected? எப்படி வந்து, so center la இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த polar nuclei வந்து that is connected to antipodals and synergids அப்படினு பார்த்தேனா with the help of the plasmodesmatal tubes, okay. So where is the plasmodesmatal tubes? That is in the cell wall, okay. So cell wall la plasmodesmata அப்படினு ஒரு region இருக்கும். So plasmodesmata is just a way, okay. Through this way, so all the cells they have to interconnected to each other. They can exchange the fluid, exchange the nutrients. So all those things, not only nutrition, everything is interconnected to each other through the plasmodesmata. Okay, so through the plasmodesmata, they can be connected with antipodals and egg apparatus. Okay, so before fertilization, the diploid nucleus are formed actually. So before the fertilizations, the polar nucleus are, that is here, fertilized with the second male gametes. Okay, before fertilization, that is formed as a diploid. Diploid means the two polar nuclei together to forming a diploid in conditions. Okay, so அதாவது fertilization நடக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாலேயே ரெண்டு polar nuclei ஒன்னோட ஒன்னு சேர்ந்து diploid-ஆ மாறிடும். So the diploid is fuses with the second male gamete. So that is known as a triploid in conditions. Already ஒரு diploid இருக்கு, ஒரு haploid அதோட சேரும்போது it is a triploid in conditions. Okay, அப்ப fertilization நடக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாலேயே அங்க வந்து என்ன that is a both of them is fused together to forming a diploid. Okay, the triple fusions, as a result of the triple fusions, the endosperm is formed. So what is the function of endosperm? So endosperm providing the nutrition to the developing embryo sac. So next we are going to see the antipodals. Where is the antipodals? Antipodals are towards the callosal end. Antipodals வந்து எங்க இருக்கு அப்படினு பாத்தீங்க, that is in the callosal end. How many cells? It has a 3 celled 3 nuclei. Okay, so each nuclei in the cells. This is your antipodals. So antipodals also 3 in number towards the callosal end. Okay, it has the protoplasm. இதுல என்னெல்லாம் இருக்குன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா protoplasm. The protoplasm contain, that is a starch, protein, lipids and ascorbic acid. So oxidases, that is enzymes, are present. So what is the function of antipodal cells? The antipodal cells are limit the callosal expressions. Okay, chalasa உடைய அந்த expression வந்து limit பண்ணக்கூடியது எது அப்படினா antipodal cells. Okay, not only for that, so they have to transfer the growth hormones and the nutrients. Okay, they have to transfer the growth hormones and the nutrients. So what are the growth hormones in the plants? That is auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin இதெல்லாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா? So அந்த growth hormone-ஐயும் அது transfer பண்ணுது. even வந்து nutrition-உம் அது வந்து supply பண்ணுது. Okay, so that is everything for the development of the embryo sac. Okay, embryo sac form ஆகிறது தான் இதெல்லாம் வந்து supply பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கு. So finally you can see that is your ovule. Within the ovule we can see the megasporangium. So megasporangium is nothing, that is a part of the ovule. That is otherwise called, that is a megasporangium. So one megaspore mother cell, that is here. So only one megaspore mother cell is undergoing the reduction divisions. So what is the meaning? Reduction divisions, that is meiosis. Meiosis means that is called a reduction divisions. Okay, as a result of reduction divisions, 4 haploid megaspores are formed. 3 megaspores are degenerated, only 1 megaspores are survived. That megaspores are undergoing the mitotic divisions. அப்ப meiosis எங்க நடக்கு, mitotic எங்க நடக்குன்னு நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். ஓகேவா? So meiosis takes place in the megaspores. Okay, so that is a megaspore mother cells. So mitotic division takes place in the haploid megaspores. Okay, so here mitosis 3 times without cytokinins, without the cytokinin, without the cell, without divisions of the cytoplasm. As a result, we can get it the haploid nuclei is formed. How many haploid nuclei are formed? So 8 haploid nuclei are formed. The 4 haploid nuclei is arranged in the each pole. Okay, each pole consists of 4 haploid nuclei. So one of the nucleus from each pole migrates to the center of the cells. So that is nothing, that is a polar nuclei. Okay, so the polar nuclei is together to forming a diploid before the entry of, that's before the fertilizations. Okay, fertilization நடக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாலே இது ஒண்ணோட ஒண்ணு சேர்ந்து diploid-ஆ மாறிடும். Okay, so this is the development of monosporic embryo. So okay children, I hope you could understand this concept very easily. Okay, it's very important topic. So you must keep it in the mind. எங்க வந்து mitotic division நடக்கும், எங்க meiosis வந்து நடக்கும், எவ்வளோ cells வந்து functional megaspores அப்படிங்கறதெல்லாம் நீங்க நோட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா it is very easy. And you must draw the diagram also very important for that. So half of the mark வந்து that's a carrying on the diagram only. So please keep it in the mind. So I hope you could understand this concept very well. So okay children, we will see in the next video. So if you like this video, please have to like it, share it and subscribe it. Thank you dears.